I recently did a healing on a teenage boy, and he had a demon. Okay? He had a demon. Before I get into details of the healing, I want to let you guys know it's important that you pray over your kids. That you set intentions, that you ask that their soul is being healed and cleansed daily, several times a day if you have to, especially if your child suffers from depression, anxiety, confused on their gender, if they have any types of rashes, unexplained illness and disease. Like, I'm talking about, we need to start heavily praying for our children every single day. I do this all the time. So, and sometimes, because I sleep with my daughter, and sometimes God will wake me up at 3 or 3:30 in the middle of the night, and I'll ask, like, why are you waking me up? What do I need to do? What do I need to say? I'll usually start praying over my kids first, and then I'll start praying for my daughter, and she'll start twitching when I start saying certain things. And I'm like, all right, cool. Thank you, God. And then I'll go back to sleep like nothing, because when we're aware of how darkness operates, we're less likely to become a fucking victim of darkness, of evil, okay? So we have to learn, and we have to lose the fear. I started doing the healing on this boy. As soon as I put my hands on his forehead and the back of his head, he had an uncontrollable laugh. Very similar to the one that I had when I was possessed and these two chakras were blocked. So I was laughing with the boy. And then it got to a point where I felt like I was kind of getting annoyed. So when I felt that, I started praying. Then when I started praying and I saying specific things in my prayer, the laughing stopped. And then it got really quiet, and I was able to finish like the session. It was a small session too. I asked the little boy what he saw or felt during the healing. He stayed quiet, and I did a prayer, and I'm like, God, I ask that you allow him to speak full truth and tell me exactly what happened. So he says, I saw a bunch of colors. I was like, what colors? So he basically said, all the colors in the rainbow. I'm like, good, that's Elohim. That is the color of God. God is everything is all colors. That is God, but there's different levels of God consciousness. Some people like to stay in the red, in the earth, in the material thing, and then other people like to ascend to higher consciousness. Anyways, back to the boy. So I told him, and I was like, so what else did you see? He's like, I saw a black figure without a face, but it had a human body. Didn't have a gender.